Hi, I'm Nick Shell. See that playground behind me? That's part of my workout. I fundamentally don't believe in working out in a gym. Now, I'm not claiming to be the buffest guy you've ever seen. I'm definitely not. But we both could agree, and my doctor would definitely agree, that I'm healthy. I'm going to be 35 next month. All right, so when I last visited him, which has been within this past year, he verified that I'm perfectly in the right health bracket for myself as far as for my height, for my age, for my weight. It all lines up right. I'm not overweight, I'm not underweight, I'm perfectly in that perfect margin where I should be. But let me be very clear. I don't work out in a gym, and I fundamentally disagree with it for myself, and here's why. Because look, I'm at a park. Now on my breaks at work, I take walks, I run, I take my mountain bike to work. I'm outside as much as I can be, despite working a full-time job. I make it work within those breaks as it is. I fundamentally don't agree with going to a gym and paying membership. Here's why I fundamentally, more than anything, here's why I disagree with it. Because I'm paying money to let me exercise with someone's equipment. Now, there's all this outdoors. I can run, I can bike, I can walk, I can do stuff outside. Even in the winter, you'll see me with a vest, a coat, a hat. I'm still outside even when it's cold outside. I'm still getting movement. Now, you want me to take my shirt off and show you my six-pack abs? Don't have them. And that's part of the whole concept of why I don't believe in going to a gym. Because I think it's this extreme mindset, just like with the election. I mean, the way it's looking like it's between the extreme of Trump or Clinton. And they're definitely both sides of the extreme. And here I am, the guy in the middle politically, thinking, but I want someone in the middle. Well, they're far from it. And it's that same concept. Obviously, the obesity is an issue. And then there's these other people who are spending at least an hour a day working out to make sure they have this perfect body. But what about in the middle of that? Can you not just be healthy and be fit without being ripped? I mean, why set the standard so high that you have to be able to have these abs or whatever and then put it on Facebook? To me, that's vain. I mean, there's no point in that. It doesn't help you. What helps you is being healthy. So obviously, if you know me at all, you know I'm a vegan, and I've been one for years now. But even before that, I still had the same exercise routine of being outside all the time. I mean, just before I started filming this, I was doing my pull-ups, yes, on the playground you saw behind me when it started. So why pay money for someone else to get you this perfect body for what? What does it really benefit you? What matters more is being healthy and being active and being outside where there's fresh air and there's scenery and there's birds singing. Yesterday I saw a groundhog of all random things. I'm not going to pay money for a gym. Why? Well, think about it. If you're me, why would you pay to go into a gym? What would it benefit a guy who's married and has 2 kids and is happy and healthy to go to the gym? How would it benefit me to have 6-pack abs or whatever it is? How would that help my life? It wouldn't. I'm already very happy where I'm at, and I'm healthy. I'm greatly reducing the chances of having a heart attack, prostate cancer, and all that stuff. And it's not just about staying physical. I mean, that's a big part of it. That's my research shows 20% of what makes you healthy is how much you exercise and that you get moving throughout the day. Now, 80% of it is what you eat. Again, I'm a vegan. I'm not saying you have to be a vegan, but I did start somewhere. You know, 8 years ago, I was still drinking soda and eating lots of processed foods and meats, you know? And so then I cut out pork and I cut out shellfish. That was a good start because that stuff's toxic. That's the bottom feeder food. I mean, why do you think Muslims and Jews are against that? It's in their own holy documents. So there's something to be said about that. Then eventually I started cutting out soda and processed sugar. Eventually I got to the point where I realized I didn't even really need meat to stay full because I was focusing on more vegetables and fruits and putting those in my diets. And then eventually I just became a vegan because I realized I didn't even need dairy to stay full or to stay healthy. So I've maintained this vegan life for next month makes 3 years, and a year before that vegetarian, and 3 years before that kosher, which means no pork or shellfish. So there's an alternative there. Don't work out at a gym. Don't pay money for that. Find ways in your life to move around, even if it's just walking around the block, even if it means going to Goodwill and buying a $20 bike with no gears that is just a cruiser. It's still gonna get you moving. And you don't have to have these grandiose goals, you know, of showing off on Facebook. Just do it for yourself, right? What I'm saying makes a lot of sense, and you know it. Forget the gym. Seriously, just be healthy and be active. Find a way to make it fit around your schedule and do it every day, right? Hey, come on. No one else has been this honest with you. I have been. And why? Because I have nothing to sell you. I'm not trying to sell you supplements. I'm not trying to sell you a gym membership or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy who's healthy and who's in his mid-30s, right? I mean, you can look at me. See, I'm not too skinny. I'm not too large. I'm healthy, right? No one else in recent days or even weeks has been as honest as I've been with you, all right? So I want you to think about that. I want you to do it. I want you to start walking. I want you to take 3 breaks a day, whether it's at the office or at your house. I want you to walk around the block, walk around the office complex like I'm doing, maybe get a bike, maybe start jogging. Hey, and seriously, listen to me. Don't do those half K marathon, whatever it's called, those marathons. Don't do those. Not when you're just trying to get healthy. Like, that's fine if you do them, and I don't have a problem against them. But man, make it a regular thing that you're running anyway. When you set the goal so high that you have to train for this thing, when you could just be doing it in moderation every day, like when I run, let me think, like probably a couple times a week for like 25 minutes, and it's great, you know? But then there's no intimidation thinking, oh, I don't want to have to figure out how I'm going to run all these miles for this race. I don't have to worry about that, you know? Just be cool about it. Just be laid back and be healthy and have fun with it. That's what I would do. Nick Shell, the guy who is just telling you like it is, and the guy who makes a lot of sense, the guy who's not trying to sell you anything, right? You heard it from me, Nick Shell.